Hello guys, welcome to the CodingFataka YouTube channel and Master Number Program Series Part 3 video. In this video, I am mainly focusing about the perfect number and also on some other programs. On the previous video, I have discussed about these topics. So if you haven't watched, please go and watch the video guys. And if you are feeling about to solve any type of number program or pattern programs in just 1 minute, you can refer to our playlist. I'm pinning this playlist here and as well as in description as well guys. And if you are a new visitor to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's get started guys. So first I will try to explain you about the what is perfect number. Later I will try to explain. I will write a program and then I will try to go for the how many perfect numbers are there from 1 to 100. Later you can able to go for these guys. Okay, cool. So now if you clearly see here what is perfect number. Perfect number, that means it is also one number. That's why a perfect number is a positive integer that is exactly equals to the sum of its proper positive divisors. That is nothing but a number is there and the sum of the proper divisors excluding the number itself, it is again equal to the same number. Then this number is called as a perfect number. If you take the example here, 6 here, for 6 the divisors are 1, 2, 3, 6. So we need to exclude the same number. The original number we need to exclude from the divisors and we need to calculate the remaining divisors 1, 2, 3. Now after adding up this number, we will get the 6. So the sum of its proper divisors excluding this number, if it is equal to the original number, then that number is called as a perfect number. So here 6 is a perfect number. And again you can see you can check for 28. So for 28, the proper divisors are 1, 2, 4, 7, 14. So if we add up them, we will get the 28. So 28 is also a perfect number. So in the from 1 to 100, only two perfect numbers are there. The first one is a 6, the second one is a 28. And the interesting fact about the perfect number is all perfect numbers are even only, not odd. The mathematicians are still searching for a odd perfect number. So all perfect numbers are even numbers. And also there is one more interesting fact that so the all perfect numbers are ending with the 6 or 8. You can check here. So always the perfect number ends up with either 6 or 8 in alternating sequences. 6, 28, 496, 8128. Like that it will alternatively it will come 6, 8, 6, 8, 6, 8 like that. Okay, we will check whether it is right or wrong. So for that I am going to write the program now. I am going to write one program. So here what I am telling here, if I want to prove whether 6 is a perfect number or not, I need to go for 1 to 5 because 6 is we know 6 is a divisor of 6. So we are excluding this number. We are going from 1 to 5. 1 to 5. 1 to up to that number we need to calculate the divisors here. So whenever we find the one divisor, that divisor has to be added to the sum. So we need to take a one variable here, sum equals 0, and whenever we find a one divisor for this number, we need to add that divisor to the sum variable here. So the perfect number program will be, I am going to write here. So directly I am going to write the program perfect number, perfect number.py. So here I am going to take a sum equals 0, cool. And also I am going to take one input also here, number equal to. So input of enter a number. Cool. Yeah. So now what I am telling here, I want to go from I in range of, I want to go from 1 to number. That means number minus 1, excluding that number. Now I can go up to number minus 1. So but in the initial the default stage of the range function is whenever you are directly mentioning the number here, it will directly go up to n minus 1 only. So we don't need to write the again minus 1 here. Now again here I need to write one more condition, prime number logic. Whenever any I value dividing the number here, that remainder value will be 0. So whenever we find one divisor, we need to add the divisor to the whom? Sum. We need to add the divisor to the sum here. Where so sum plus r equals to, we need to add the remainder value of the, we need to add the I value to the sum guys. Now I am going to add whenever we find I is a one divisor of the number. We are going to add that I value to the sum guys. Now after this for loop, we will have the sum value here. Now we need to check one condition here. Before that I'll print the sum and number here. We will check whether both are equal or not. So now I am going to print the executing the program. Now you can able to see I am going to enter 6 here. Now you can able to see here the divisors will be 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6 only. So we are getting the 6 and 6. So instead of printing here, I am going to write a one condition. Whenever some value is equals to the number, then I need to print here the number is a perfect number. Is a perfect number. Wait. Right. Or else I want to print number is not a prime number. Number is not a perfect number. Sorry. Yeah. So now I think my point is very clear here. Whenever we find one divisor, we are adding to the sum, and later we are checking for whenever the sum is equals to the number, then it is a prime number, or else it is not a prime number. So now I am going to again execute the program. Now you can able to see here I am going to enter 28 guys. I am going to enter 28 now. So wait, what happened here? I'm there again executing. Wait, yeah. So I'm giving here 28. Now if you see here, 28 is a perfect number. If I enter any other number, 15. So 15 divisors are 1 plus 2, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3, and we can't take the 15. 1 plus 2 plus 3, how much it is? 6 here. So we are not 15 is a not perfect number because the sum of the all proper divisors of 15 is not equal to 15. So only 6 and 28 are the perfect numbers between the 1 to 100. So now we will count the how many perfect numbers are there from 1 to 100. So to check that, we need to copy this entire logic. We need to copy the entire logic. I am copying the entire logic. I am creating a one more file here. Perfect numbers from 1 to 100. 1 to 100.py. Now you can able to see here I am going to write the same program, but before writing the program, first I am going to take the one for loop here. Before that I am going to calculate the number of perfect numbers from 1 to 100. For that I am going to take the one count variable, and later I am going to take one more for loop here to generate the numbers from 1 to 100. So for number in range of 1 to 100, 100 means 101, because up to n-1 only range function will give. So now every time we need to perform the same logic whatever you have copied from the previous logic. Now if you observe one thing here, in previous program we are asking the number from the user, but in the current program every time we will get the number from the outer for loop. So we are checking whether the current number is perfect or not. Whenever it is perfect, we need to do one thing here. What we need to do, we need to increase the value of the count here, and later I am going to again print the total number of counts. Count of all perfect numbers from 1 to 100 guys. So now if you can able to see here count. So now I am going to execute the program here. Now you can able to see the output. So I am going to enter, I am not going to enter anything directly. I have given the manual outputs. You can able to see 6 is a perfect number, 28 is a perfect number. So count of all perfect numbers from 1 to 100 is 2 only. Only 2 perfect numbers are there. Now I am going to increase the value of 101 to 1001. So now I am going to check whether how many perfect numbers are there from 1 to 1000. We will see now. Now you can able to see here how many numbers are there. Only 3 perfect numbers are there from 1 to 1000. Now if you see the third program in the slide I have mentioned. So what is that? Write a Python program to calculate the sum of all perfect numbers from 1 to 100. So how to calculate that? So here sum of perfect numbers equals 0. I am going to take this variable, and whenever some number is proven as a perfect number, I am going to increase the value of, I am going to add that number to the previous sum of the numbers. So plus or equals to, I am going to add the current number to the, because current number is a perfect number, I am going to add that perfect number to the sum of perfect numbers. So in the last step I am going to print the sum of all perfect numbers from 1 to 1000. So like that only it is also 1 to 1000. So now here I want to print the variable sum of perfect numbers. Now you can able to see here I am going to get the output now. The sum of all perfect numbers from 1 to 1000 is 496 plus 6 is 502 and 502 plus 28 is 530. So we got the correct output here, and later you can go for the product of all perfect numbers from 1 to 100 also, because you need to replace the plus with the into only. So I think this video is helpful to you all, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thank you so much.